Hello everybody, Ray Garner with Garner's Games, here to do my weekly comic review, and we're going to be a little bit on the Kryptonite spectrum. The Superman, the Kryptonite spectrum. Now this book is written by M. Maxwell Prince, and arts by Martin Morazzo. That's right. This is an interesting concept. Basically, there's an asteroid coming to Earth, and Superman sends out one of his bots. Now, generally speaking, I tend to be very upbeat about my comic reviews, but this robot design is stupid. I mean, I'm just going to call it straight out like I see it. It is literally the Superman symbol with arms and legs coming off of it as his bot. It's very Teen Titans Go level that I expect. And bigger pictures of it don't make it any better. But anyway, robot is off in space and has found this new asteroid that has a multitude of kryptonite. Now, as a long-term Superman fan, we list apparently at the beginning of this story, the 4 known kryptonites to Superman. Now, I know about 5 others that aren't on that list. And it also lists green kryptonite hurts, black splits my brain in 2, gold robs me of my power, red makes me angry. Red used to do random stuff. I don't know if the continuity's changed it and I just missed it, but since we're bringing back a lot of the older continuity, I really like red kryptonite to going back to being red kryptonite. If it is making him angry, I don't like it. It sounds like it's kind of based loosely off the Smallville red kryptonite, which got rid of inhibitions, which would allow you to be angry. It's almost Clark being drunk in Smallville. But I like wacky ones where it splits him in 2. It, does all kinds of crazy things. One of them, I think, grew his head big, if I remember right. But anyway, Superman gets Batman to come help him after he finishes up taking care of a pig or something like that. I think is what they call him. I don't know. It's a guy with a butcher apron on and a hog mask. Anyway, Batman wants to know how to hog tie him. And on the page before, Lex Luthor is extremely upset that he didn't get a hold of the rock first. But they identify 4 new kryptonites, which is purple, cobalt, speckled, and rainbow kryptonite. And Superman wants Batman there to help him test the kryptonite on himself to see what it does. Now, mind you, we've already established that gold kryptonite, single exposure, kills off Superman's powers forever. But we don't have this stuff in, so we're just going to test it on ourselves. This is every bad scientist story, 101. So we have Superman being strapped down to get his testing done. We're going to start with purple kryptonite. And after the exposure, Batman very quickly figures out that what it is, it's this distorted time for Superman's perception. So he has a counter up there, and all the days are in different order. And Superman's still just like, I'm going to do what I need to do. And Jimmy Olsen's signal watch goes off. He's like, well, I got to go help Jimmy. You can come along if you want to, but I'm going to go help Jimmy. So he does, even though Batman's like, your perspective of time is completely jacked up, and you're going to go do this. So he goes to see Jimmy and Lois, and he's seeing a date that he's going to have with Lois, or has had with Lois. He doesn't really know, and at the end of the day, I'm not 100% sure that we know. As they start seeing certain things happen, Clark starts getting the purple panels are images that are out of sync of time initially. Him punching Solomon Grundy. Lois Lane saying she's in her 40s and time is exactly on her side. Sorry, Superman, I can't keep doing this. We get Lex Luthor in a power suit attacking him. So him and Batman go off to fight Solomon Grundy. And we get this double page, 6 to a page, 12 deal fight against Solomon Grundy. But if you know anything about panel flows, these panels are not anything resembling the actual order of the fight. Then we get another page. Same basic concept. Same deal again. And then we get Superman trying to organize it in his brain. So we get a single splash page of all the panels reappearing in the correct order. So Solomon Grundy is off in space. Lois wants to see Superman for dinner tonight. Lex figures out that Superman is testing the Kryptonite on himself. Calls him a lunatic, and I agree with Lex here. And a little side note, for whatever reason, Batman takes it onto himself. Take a piece of the purple Kryptonite and put it in his utility belt so that he has a sample. And in the story, we have Lois basically telling him that, she wants to have a kid. She can't do this anymore, and she's basically breaking up with him. Well, we start talking about the next thing they're going to test, and it's the Cobalt Kryptonite, which obviously apparently makes Superman super big. Overall thoughts on this book, the story's fun. It's kind of fun seeing these wonky effects of Kryptonite. So we're going very much with the wonky Kryptonite story. I don't think the story makes a lot of good sense. It doesn't show Superman in a good light. Anytime Luthor seems like he's being the sensible one, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't care for the art. It's very stylized. I know there'll be people who love the art style, but the overly flat faces, the kind of enhanced lips on everybody, is really not my taste. Lois in the most of Lois's pictures looks emaciated. So, and I mean, there's some cool shots, but yeah, just all in all, an interesting story. if you like Kryptonite stories, I think you'll enjoy it. But for the most part, this one just didn't hit the buttons for me. I'm hoping maybe it picks up in issue 2. Maybe the Cobalt story is a little more fun. The wonky time deal is probably handled as best you could, trying to show disjointed time. But all I found to be was slightly confusing. And the fact that I wasn't super enamored with the art, and because of the fact of the matter, the way the story's laid out, it can't have a good story flow, because the whole point of the story is the story doesn't flow properly because you're seeing it from Superman's perspective, which is disjointed. The opening couple of pages, though, I like the stylized art, so that lends it well, for what these first couple of pages are. And I like the little blurbs kind of giving you the Superman history. I hate the robot design. I really, really hate that robot design. So that turned me off immediately. But, I can see where this could be an interesting story. I'm hoping the Cobalt Kryptonite is more interesting than the Purple Kryptonite. So we'll see next issue. Anyway, you never know what you're going to get when you pick up a comic. But hopefully other people will enjoy it. And I'll see you next week.